we have down here is the controls for the actual turret controls, as well as firing the coax machine gun on that side, as well as the main gun. So this would be...
Hi, I'm Ryan Garrett from Battlefield Vegas, and you're watching Gear Report.
What's up, Gear Heads? We're here with Richie out here at Battlefield Vegas, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the history behind this bad boy.
So this bad boy, we affectionately nicknamed Bastard, which is written on the barrel of the tank. The reason that we named it Bastard is that when we got this tank, we had no idea about the history. Not only do we sometimes restore pieces of history, we sometimes uncover the history behind them. This specific one was built in Poland. It's a T-54. It was later modified by the Czechoslovakians for the Hungarian army as a T-55, and I say kind of ish because it's not the standard of what most people would think a T-55 is. It served for several years in the Hungarian military before it eventually wound up in British museums and in the U.S. Where it sits today. You might be wondering why there is Arabic writing and stuff like that on the sides. This tank might be slated for a couple of movies that are upcoming in the future, so you might see this in some of your favorite flicks. This is a 100mm gun on the barrel. This tank, as well as several others, will be live fire at our outdoor range at Battlefield Vegas. Buffer's going hot. Fire when ready. Hell yeah! We do have several tanks that you can currently shoot right now at our outdoor range. We're working on new experiences such as tank riding that will be available at our outdoor. If you want a little bit of a more moderate experience, you can also drive APCs here in Vegas, just a couple of blocks away. So we're inside of the most mass-produced tank in the world, which is the T-54/55. This is our 100mm breech that you'd load the round in here. We're currently waiting on a breech block, and then this tank will be available as a live fire tank, which means it'd be available at our outdoor range and on our website. Round storage that the crew would use is over here. So here we have where the ammo rack would be for the crew that would load into it. It had a variety of high explosive, saber rounds, stuff like that. And then here you'd have a PKT, which would be mounted into here and fired as a coax machine gun, gunner sight. And then back here would be the ready rack for the crew to load. These would be quickly accessible to throw inside of the breech right there. And this one is a rifled barrel. Where I'm sitting right now is the crew commander's seat. He'd be the person in charge of like directing the tank to where to go, as well as comms, stuff like that. He'll have his own like sight system here, which would be set up to spot like enemies and stuff like that. Below me, which keep in mind the crew commander's knees would be in the back of the gunner's seat down here. And what we have down here is the controls for the actual turret controls, as well as firing the coax machine gun on that side, as well as the main gun. So this would be electronically controlled, as well as several other like stabilization, stuff like that. If the tank failed electronically, you do have manual levers to make the gun go up and down or turn the turret left and right. You'll have things like the scope. You have your general like spotting, you'd be able to see wherever, and then this would be kind of like a sniper rifle to get that accurate shot, because tanks have limited rounds, as well as they take a long time to reload, so you need to be accurate and effective with your rounds.
You're supposed to see me get in there, don't you? See?
Try a nickel for every time that phrase has been uttered.
Everything was so just heavy duty. We're moving all these wells.
Oh yeah. And things change like without going. So you may be wondering why this tank looks like it's 50 years old, even though we painted it only a few months ago. This is a weathering technique that we did to make this tank look like I said earlier in the video about the possibility of this being rented out to movies or whatever. We have a series on our YouTube channel, Restoration Passion, that goes over weathering techniques and how you make a vehicle like this look like it's been in combat for however many years or been in a country that doesn't maintain their tanks. So if you're interested in seeing that, please check out that video. Alright, so we're going to start off with adjusting our hand throttle to the